Fantastic day to everyone, and welcome to another edition of Dr. Fantastic Cooks. Today I was inspired to cook Hungarian goulash. Now, what could inspire me to do that? Well, I was snorkeling in the Red Sea, and on the way back up, 150 stairs I might add, I ran into a lady who was Hungarian, or is Hungarian, still is. And we got along fabulously. She became our newest ambassador. And I invited her for dinner. So, what do you cook a Hungarian? Hungarian goulash. Now, there's lots of different variations. There's the American goulash, but she's Hungarian, and I'm going to cook Hungarian. And so I'm preparing. It's going to be a short little thing because, I don't want to drag it on. But the first ingredient, of course, is to have a cold beer or a cocktail. And again, I'm going to reemphasize, if you haven't watched these shows before, you should always have a cocktail, because then it doesn't matter how the meal comes out. But you should get in the kitchen and teach your kids to cook, because a family that cooks together stays together. And what better way to, if you're in quarantine or in, locked in your house or house arrest, to get to learn how to cook. You eat every day. If you like to eat, you might as well learn how to cook well. And I love to cook well. I love to eat. So tonight's Hungarian goulash, it's going to be some slides. I'll walk you through it. Very easy. I like to make things real simple, because cooking is not a science. Baking is a science. Cooking is just having fun. I don't have certain ingredients that it calls for, and I'm going to add ingredients that I like. So we'll see how it comes out, and thanks for tuning in. Have a fantastic day. Let's have some fun. Okay, let's go through the process and the ingredients. These are 2 cups of beef broth. Those are the vegetables. It's about a cup and a half of potatoes, a couple cups of carrots, 2 medium onions, and I'm going to put garlic in. I've trimmed the beef. You can use a low grade of beef. Do about a 1-inch cube. So you want to trim off all the fat, and then you roll it in or dust it in flour. Those are the onions that have been diced. Those are the tomatoes that have been diced, and the carrots have been, in big pieces. It turned out I didn't need this many carrots. The potatoes, it's about a cup and a half, maybe 2 cups there. And I'm going to throw in garlic cloves whole, because I like when they're cooked, and it's not going to.
I'm sauteing the
first step
onions
is to saute
of butter until they are translucent.
There they are.
And you might know that bouillon cubes do not dissolve in regular water. They have to be hot water. So I put it in a little pan there to dissolve the bouillon.
Dissolve in regular water.
In a separate pan, I'm searing the beef, and then I put in the tomatoes because the onions are translucent. For the next step. Okay, with the beef seared, filling with one hand, I will put the beef into the bowl there. And I'm going to use 2 hands so it goes into the pot there, the beef. This is a one-man operation, everybody. I put some of the broth into the pan so we can get all that delicious seasoning there, beef flavor. Okay, so we got that in there. Now, filming with one hand, I'm going to put the rest of the beef broth into the pot. It's going to take some more water. Not enough water, I don't think.
And there's the garlic cloves added in after all the ingredients are in.
Okay, I put
spices, and there's the spices.
Salt, I put pepper, and I put 2 heaping tablespoons of paprika. But I'm going to have to add some more water, which will not water, but be more broth. I made a lot. Bring the goulash to a boil for about 15 minutes, and then simmer for a couple hours, and you got a delicious goulash. And as I don't throw away food, I took the remaining carrots that I didn't use, and I'm going to saute them in butter for a delicious dish for another meal. There you go. Hungarian goulash.